Well, good morning and welcome to the Michaux State Forest here in south central Pennsylvania. Today we're at a place called Schaefer Rock, which is a rock climbing area. There's supposed to be some interesting formations here, and we're going to be doing a little loop hike through the forest here. We're going to be hooking onto the Appalachian Trail, looking for a viewpoint known as Chimney Rocks also. So this is my first hike in Pennsylvania after my trip to Acadia. It's November 12th. It's about 34 degrees and it's supposed to be a clear day with blue skies, but right now it's a bit overcast. So hopefully the clouds will push away and we'll have a simple walk in the woods today. I haven't done too much research, but we're going to see what we see. And thanks for joining me. I do appreciate you. And let's go hit that trail. All right, guys. So immediately upon leaving the parking lot, we come to this bluff where we have rocks. I'm assuming this is the top of the Schaefer Rocks formation. So we'll probably be able to get a perspective from down below, but this is what it looks like from up above. So I've already seen about 3 or 4 of these signs indicating this is a rattlesnake habitat. I don't think we're going to have any issue today because it's too cold, but definitely shows that they're in this area and they needed to be protected and left alone. So this blue trail is taking us down and to the right, and I think what it's going to do is take us to the base of the Schaefer Rock formation. I hear some voices down there. I don't know if they're climbers or hikers. Looks like there's a building down there too, but hopefully this will wrap us around the face of the rock formation so we can get a better look at it. It looked to me like we were about 100 feet, 80 to 100 feet up, so we'll see when we get down there. I just passed a group of 5 young guys who said they were camping. There's a cabin right down here. They were carrying their gear out, so all those trucks and vehicles, they were all camping here. So that's interesting. So hopefully we can check out this cabin. I'm not sure how you rent it or what the deal is, but you know, let's go check it out. Beautiful little A-frame cabin, and I can see they still have some more gear here they're taking out, but I see a climbing helmet, so this is definitely they are definitely climbing here. Beautiful little cabin though. Quite an impressive rock formation here from below here. Schaefer Rock. Lots of leaves, lots of rocks down here. Some false, I gotta watch my steps here while I'm filming. But very cool spot. I'm not exactly sure what kind of rock this is, but you can see these veins of quartz running through the rocks in bands here and there. So, and then some lichen on the rock there. You can definitely see why this is a snaky area. So tons of places for them to hide and get sun when they need it. So I'm standing at the very base of the rock formation, and we have to find this trail called the Hermitage Trail, and it's going to take us up that hillside there, and we're going to climb about 1,000 feet if I read the map on All Trails correctly. So we've got a good ways to go, and it's time to get moving and see what else we can find. I say this every year, so therefore I'm going to say it again. This is a difficult time of the year for hiking, from my perspective as an amateur filmmaker. You have the last splendor of fall. It's like the grand finale of a fireworks celebration, and then after that everything becomes just gray and brown. And I think you've seen that in the section I just walked through, with all those trees lined up perfectly and just like almost like tombstones. But we're going to be climbing up now. I'm not going to film too much because I don't think there's going to be that much to see, but you never know. But I'll catch up with you ahead, and you know, it's always a blessing to be outside, but some times of the year are better than others. I'm pretty sure that the trail we're walking on is going to connect with that ridge line up there. And I'm almost 90% sure that ridge is the Appalachian Trail. So at a certain point up this way, I think is where we're gonna find our next destination of Chimney Rocks. All right, so we've come out to an actual road now. And according to All Trails, this is known as Chimney Rocks Road. And I can actually see a tire mark on the road here. Not the kind of road I'd take my car, but we want to bear right here. And then I think it's going to be another third of a mile or so before we get to the lookout. So that climb wasn't too bad. But we'll see what's left to go still. Clearly, we have logging activity going on here. Not sure when this was logged, but that's probably why the road is in such good condition, so they could get at the trees. Anyway, got a nice blue sky developing, so that should be good for the overlook. So the trail is bearing off to the right. You can see the sign, Chimney Rocks, foot traffic only. And now we head back into the woods, and it probably won't be that far. Alright, here we are approaching Chimney Rocks. More rocks in Pennsylvania. Who would have figured it? Wow, these rocks are just huge, huge boulders, and beautiful view over the Michaux State Forest. Some type of reservoir or lake down there. Absolutely awesome. It's just a really neat spot to explore here. All these little rock overhangs and shelters, and you know, I'm sure you have copperheads and rattlers and lizards up here in the summertime. But wow, look at this. I think what's even neater about this place than the view, and I bet this view was awesome like 2 weeks ago. As I said, I think I said it's November 12th, second weekend in November. And I'm still working on my Acadia series. As of this filming, I've released volume 1 and volume 2. By the time you see this, I don't know if the series will be complete or not, but thanks to everyone who's been watching those videos and commenting and supporting me on that. I know you're probably tired of seeing Maine at this point, but Maine really is amazing. But even more unique than the view here are these really huge rocks and this little ecosystem that's been created here by this rock habitat on top of the mountain. Very cool. Well, I gotta say, it feels good to be back in Pennsylvania. Sweet home Pennsylvania. And here we have a Pennsylvania perfect vista. Alrighty, well, we are now making our way on the world famous Appalachian Trail, and we're headed southbound. A lot of people ask me, you know, why don't I hike more often on the Appalachian Trail? Well, 2 reasons. One reason is it's very hard to make loop hikes with the Appalachian Trail. There's not too many good loops, especially towards the part of Pennsylvania where I live. And also, because a lot of the Appalachian Trail, it's a nice trail, it's a great trail, it's a historic trail, world famous trail, like I said, but a lot of it is like fairly similar, and the views in Pennsylvania are all kind of the same for the most part. So that's why, you know, I don't do the Appalachian Trail as much as you might think, even though I live, you know, basically about 60 miles away from it, not that far really. But there are some loop hikes on there and some places I still want to see, and we'll get back, but it's nice to be on it right now. The sun's coming. Still got a few brilliant dark red oaks hanging on in this section. I don't know, they're probably a specific kind of oak tree that come out in that color. The last ones maybe to hold their color, but yeah, really it's turning into a beautiful day. I mean, look at that blue sky. We have a trail shelter here, an Appalachian Trail shelter, the Tumbling Run shelter. Wow, this turn into a really nice hike. Let's check this out. Look, over here we have the snoring section, and over here the non-snoring section. You gotta love the humor of the hiking community. Yeah, I really like this spot. Look how nice it is in here. I mean, these shelters are small, but they're super clean, and this whole general area is like, I mean, clean. Fire pits. There's a latrine, picnic table. They have lines in the back for hanging up your clothes, and now we're headed towards the spring, a specific section just for hammocks. So, and there's the stream down here. So yeah, just, I would love to camp down here. I'm gonna remember this spot. This is really nice. All right, moving on. We're walking along Tumbling Run, and I'm seeing a lot. There's a good example right there of a dead hemlock tree, and lots of these dead hemlock trees. And what you have in place, because all of that shade was lost from the canopy, it opened up, and now you have all these little like sucker trees that have taken their place, and it's changed the environment here. And that's what happens because the hemlocks provide year-round shade. They keep the place cool. They're good for trout. But when they die off, you can see more of them there. The whole environment and the whole ecosystem changes, and for the worst, quite frankly. But that's what you have here. This was probably once a beautiful little hollow, darkly shaded hollow, and it's no longer that. Here come some people up ahead. You can always hear them before you see them. All right, guys, we're almost back to Schaefer Rocks now. So that's going to be it for the video. If you're in the southern end of Michaux State Forest, if you're looking for an interesting day hike, a loop of about 4 miles, you can do more. That's about the minimum though. This is a good one. I liked it. I recommend it. And that's about it. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you have any comments or questions, let me know down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And you know that. But yeah, this was a good one. And that's about it, guys. So until next time, I'll see you on the trail. Gator out.